Good morning, Michelle Saxman here, and ready to share with you some time with Jesus Calling by Sarah Young on October the 14th. This took me to a reading. It was earlier in the year, and I really wish I could have found it. It was certainly back, I feel like, in the month of January. And I thought, gosh, what an amazing training if we could build ourselves that every adversity is an opportunity to be on an adventure with our Heavenly Father, Creator and Savior, an opportunity to be on an adventure to learn more about Him, His truths, and even our internal strength. And it was a couple of weeks ago that it was there was this thing about trying to get us to be able to say, oh well, and turn back to Him as the culture catches us and things get really tight, to not take it personally, to not take that robe of weight holding us down, but to kind of be like, okay, let's see what happens, and turn to Him as quickly as we can. Shed ourselves to not look at those circumstances that are pulling us down, but to try to turn our attention and our focus on where is He in the midst of this. He will be in there. And again, we don't invite Him into the circumstances so that He can take on our burden. We invite Him in the circumstances so we can take on His yoke. We can begin to see things from His perspective, that He can impart the fruits of the Spirit, wisdom and patience, to try to do the problem solving, not by looking at the problem, but looking toward the solution, looking toward the kingdom. So those circumstances will come. We were guaranteed adversity because we live in a fallen, broken, fractured planet. And just like when God called out to Adam right at the time of the fall, as soon as Adam and Eve felt that shame and went into hiding, God called out and said, "Where are you?" And when you are beginning to feel this suffering and this burden, we can say, Heavenly Father, where are you? And try to align ourselves, get that anchor pulling us back as quickly as possible into His presence for His purposes. There will be a lesson and there will be a blessing in all adversity when we set the intention to seek Him in the midst. The readings for today, the first one is James chapter 1, verses 2 through 4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance. Perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. All of these trials and adversity are an opportunity for an adventure for us to learn about our Heavenly Father and for us to learn more about ourselves. The next reading is Psalm chapter 107, verse 21 through 22. Let me give thanks to the Lord for His unfailing love and His wonderful deeds for men. Let them sacrifice thank offerings and tell of His works and songs of joy. Let us give thanks in all circumstances. You guys, that is absolutely a discipline, like building that trust muscle, that as soon as these things come upon us, that we don't allow it to beat ourselves down, but we look to Him as quickly as possible and allow Him to be that light and lift us up. The final reading is Psalm chapter 33, verse 21. In Him our hearts rejoice, for we trust in His holy name. Just acknowledging where our heart is, and when our heart is in Him, we can rejoice and seek that peace. And when our heart is inclined toward the culture, it's going to feel downtrodden, that there is no way out. But you guys, He offers that lifeline, that pipeline to the divine, because He says the one thing you can never lose is my presence with you. That is the true peace, the joy, the light, and the love. So y'all have a super blessed day. It is absolutely a training and a desire of mine as adversity presents itself, for me to kind of more quickly say this is an adventure for me to learn more about my Heavenly Father. Y'all have a super blessed day. Stay connected to the vine, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.